What's your favorite curse word?
I can't say it. It starts with an M and it ends with Not ER.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth?
What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 million, billion dollars, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare.
Yeah. Sure.
And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
But I want to talk to you about Program Multiple.
They split human personality.
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything.
My commitment to LaVeyan Satanism grants me certain freedoms.
Because he's going to drink his urine too.
Sounds crazy. I don't know. I've done it. I've done it a couple times. I'm drinking my own urine like 3 or 4 times.
Don't videotape my penis. Especially with the song.
Another supper time.
Let's do it. Let's get the party started. Salud. Click cups. That's because we peed in here.
Is it cool if I'm that big a puss where I want to see you drink yours first?
They're the reason for the end of the age.
You're just not.
Well,
I don't believe you're intelligent. I think you are intelligent in individual disciplines, but obviously if you believe something that makes no sense whatsoever, you believe that someone was magic, someone defied physics, someone had superpowers, someone was a person who could bring people back to life, someone could come back to life themselves. There's no evidence that anybody like that has ever existed. We're talking about, do you know whether or not Jesus was a man who came back from the dead and turned water into wine? You do not. No one does. It is impossible.
I know with...
Maybe I take a shot at it, maybe I break it. And I'm real happy with myself because I did my job well. But maybe that code was the location of some rebel army in North Africa or the Middle East. And once they have that location, they bomb the village where the rebels are hiding. 1,500 people that I never met, never had no problem with, get killed. Now the politicians are saying, oh, send in the Marines to secure the area because they don't give a shit. It won't be their kid over there getting shot, just like it wasn't them when their number got called because they were all pulling a tour in the National Guard. It'll be some kid from Southie over there taking shrapnel in the ass. He comes back to find that the plant he used to work at got exported to the country he just got back from, and the guy who put the shrapnel in his ass got his old job because he'll work for 15 cents a day and no bathroom breaks. Meanwhile, he realizes the only reason he was over there in the first place was so that we could install a government that would sell us oil at a good price. And of course, the oil companies use a little skirmish over there to scare up domestic oil prices. A cute little ancillary benefit for them, but it ain't helping my buddy at $2.50 a gallon. They're taking their sweet time bringing the oil back, of course. Maybe they even took the liberty of hiring an alcoholic skipper who likes to drink martinis and fucking play slalom with the icebergs. It ain't too long till he hits one, spills the oil, and kills all the sea life in the North Atlantic. So now my buddy's out of work, he can't afford to drive, so he's walking to the fucking job interviews, which sucks because the shrapnel in his ass is giving him chronic hemorrhoids, and meanwhile he's starving because every time he tries to get a bite to eat, the only blue plate special they're serving is North Atlantic scrod with Quaker State. So what did I think? I'm holding out for something better. I figure, fuck it, while I'm at it, why not just shoot my buddy? Take his job, give it to his sworn enemy, hike up gas prices, bomb a village, club a baby seal, hit the hash pipe, and join the National Guard. I could be elected president.
Anybody that's come on television must be an initiated witch. You can just check them off. That's what our televisions have done to us. They've gotten us to a frame of mind that we do not realize the real world around us.
Teacher, I brought my son to you, for he has a spirit that makes him mute, and whenever it seizes him, it throws him down, and he foams and grinds his teeth and becomes rigid. So I asked your disciples to cast it out, and they were not able.
That's how I was raised.
Just the way us Heelys were raised.
We met upon the level.
And we're partying on the square.
In witchcraft, the children are the property of the craft and not of the parents. They are raised by all the witches in the craft. From the moment the child is 5 years old, he's considered an adult, and he's treated like an adult. As they do these things, they break down all the barriers holding the devil back. And just literally, they become a human chalice. They fill up with demons.
And he can't help when his happy looks insane.
This is the sign of the horns. A curse sign. The two fingers extended. This way, spread apart for sort of shotgun blast.
Sure, they're gang signs.
Rock musicians get their music while on drugs or from spirit guides, which are demons. In rock music, you must be an initiated witch, a coven member. That means you're a minister.
Well, I have to explain my funeral so you can understand why.
Okay, please do.
I want to be butt naked. I want my arms to be glued to my chest like this. Glued to my chest like this.
And this is, again, him in his magical gear when he's making the sign of silence, which is the sort of, he's assuming the god form of the Egyptian god Harpocrates, which is, there's some controversy whether Harpocrates is sort of always pictured as kind of a baby or a child, so is he sucking his thumb? Or is he God of silence? Incidentally, if you know your cultural history, there were three Marx brothers, and the one who can't speak, what's his name? Harpo. So, did they clue into this? Did they know about this? Assuming the god form of the Egyptian god Harpocrates.
And worship the Prince of Darkness.
The Crowleyism.
come on television must be an initiated witch. You can just check them off. Check them off. Check them off. Check them off.
You dabble in the occult?
Check them off. Check them off.
Just what is Masonry, Kipling? Oh, it's an ancient order, dedicated to the brotherhood of man, under the all-seeing eye.
Because there's a bunch of devil worshipers in Hollywood. And they be throwing up them signs and saying this, that. Devil worshipers in Hollywood. Devil worshipers in Hollywood.
You got a problem with your eyeball?
Devil worshipers in Hollywood.
He still has the one good eye. I suppose he's lucky not to be completely blind.
Devil worshipers in Hollywood.
Those aren't Tennessee Christian values. I live in Tennessee. I am Christian. That's not what we stand for.
Devil worshipers in Hollywood. Devil worshipers in Hollywood.
I am Christian. That's not what we stand for. That's not what we stand for.
What is happening in Hollywood?
Yoga has had a significant impact on Western esotericism. So, for instance, we have in Aleister Crowley's works, such as Magic and 8 lectures on yoga, some techniques and practices of the yogic tradition are described and implemented in his magical system.
Crowley wasn't able to sit still anywhere, except when he was practicing his yogic meditations and practices like that, which he did master. So at those times he could sit still. But even then he was devoting his will and his energy to sitting still. It wasn't just sitting someplace and just relaxing. He was constantly on the move, constantly doing something.
Because there's a bunch of devil worshippers in Hollywood. And they be throwing up them signs of sin, this, that.
Some audacious scholars can even trace it back to the builders of Solomon's Temple.
And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Population will plateau at 500 million in just under 100 years. By then, normal breeding rates should resume, but on a planet that will feel empty. Not acting is genocide. You know the person who had the greatest positive impact on the environment of this planet? Genghis Khan, because he massacred 40 million people. And had this monster not existed, there'd be another billion of us today jostling for space on this dying planet.
From such turn away, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with divers lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now, as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith. But they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifest unto all men, as theirs also was. But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long-suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra. What persecutions I endured. But out of them all, the Lord delivered me. Yea, and all that will live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them, and that from a child